everyone. Welcome to Storytime in Seacliff. We have a new book. It just came in. It's called Mina. Mina is a mouse. Okay. All right. Mina lived in her own little world where nothing ever bothered her except for one thing. It wasn't her father who was always bringing home surprises from the outside world. And it certainly wasn't the tin can that he found that made his jokes louder. No, it wasn't the collection of antique art that he thought would make them rich. And it wasn't even the band of musicians that he met in the woods. She barely noticed any of these things. But one day, her father came home and said, "Mina, come outside. I have a really big surprise for you." And that's when she started to worry. "It's a squirrel," he said. "I don't think that's a squirrel," said Mina. "Of course it is. Squirrels are bigger than mice and they have long bushy tails." "I don't know," said Mina. That night, Mina couldn't sleep. "There's nothing to worry about," said her father. "Remember the time I brought home those insects and you taught them how to read? It was so much fun." "They stole all my books," said Mina. "We got you more books," said her father. "Now go to sleep. Everything will be fine. You'll see." "I don't know." But sure enough, everything was fine. For a little while. Until one day, Mina's father said, "He's not eating. Something's wrong. Do you think he's lonely?" "Perhaps," said Mina, "but whatever you do, don't bring home any more surprises." But the next day, he brought home 2 more surprises. Oh no. And they wouldn't eat either. So Mina's father called a doctor, and the doctor came right away. "I'm sure there's nothing to worry about," said the doctor, "but let me take a look at these squirrels of yours." "Oh, I see the problem," said the doctor. "The problem is that these squirrels are definitely cats." "Oh no," said Mina's father. "Oh dear," said Mina. And then all at once, the cats chased Mina and her father and the doctor into the woods and over the pond and up a tree, when Mina finally said, "Stop. We shared our home with you, our food, our toothpaste, and this is how you repay us? By trying to eat us?" "Yes," said the cats, and they were about to eat the mice when the strangest thing happened. A stick insect. Remember the insects that, as she had taught to read? He slowly joined the fray. She licked her fingers and she opened a book, the insect did, and with a loud, deep voice, which is how insects sound, the cat slowly fell asleep. Quietly, Mina and her father and the doctor stole away. "I told you everything would be fine," whispered Mina's father. And even though she rolled her little eyes, Mina had to admit that for once, he was right. Okay, funny story, right? We have a birthday today. We have Johanna's birthday. And, well, actually, her birthday was yesterday. But I'm sure that Dan and Lily and Sylvie and Gail and Bob had an enormous celebration. And we today will sing to Johanna. But guess what? Our cake is at the children's library. We needed it for a story we are telling. So we're going to have to imagine, perhaps close your eyes and think about the cake. What we don't have to imagine, however, are the votes that the children sent in. Let me check. I'm going to check the votes. All right. Sure enough, for chocolate, we have Molly, Alice, and Jolene. We have James and Anna and Maeve from Marblehead. We have Martha and Clara from Seacliff. We have Ben and Bee. We have Bevy and Henry. We have Riley. We have Tate, Sophia, her brother KJ. We have India and Marlo. We have the Schuyler sisters, Eliza, Peggy, and Angelica. We have Graham, Audrey, and Lila from Brooklyn. And for the vanilla people, we have Joseph and Christopher, Harris and his sister Maya, Max and Bruce, John Martin's little guys and D's. We have Maxine. We have Lucy and Lulu. We have Frida. We have her brother Luca. We have Abigail. And we have, who else is there? Oh yes, Patrick and Hannah and Carson and Nora from Philadelphia. Ricky and Emily's niece and nephew. Oh, we have Rory and Zoe and Jude. We saw them today. Who else? Let's see. We have Akash, yes, and Malia. Teddy, yes, we have Teddy. Of course, we have Teddy, a good friend of Jolene's. All right, let me count. Let me count the votes. 16 for chocolate, 14 for vanilla. So that means, Johanna, you have a chocolate cake. Just imagine what it looks like. You know, you've seen it many times. Let's sing. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Johanna. Happy birthday to you. Very good, okay? Excellent. Thank you, cameraman Dan. Thank you, Oberon. And remember, I love you all very, very much.